is exposing alleged fraud from Minnesota to right here in California. Nick, great to have you on the show as always. Who better to talk about the Stop Nick Shirley Act than Nick Shirley? I want to play some sound. This is Mia Bonta, who is married, by the way, to the Attorney General of California, Rob Bonta. She's pushing this. Watch.
Individuals who provide vital immigrant support services, including legal aid, humanitarian relief, case management, and advocacy, are facing targeted harassment. This is not hypothetical. Advocates and workers are receiving death threats, being targeted at courthouses, and facing coordinated online doxing campaigns.
So what she's saying here, Nick, is you're not uncovering fraud. No. You are going around and you are harassing people from Minnesota to California. What's your response to that?
Yeah, well, my response is stop using these communities to commit fraud and no one ever have any speculation about fraud taking place when we know that the fraud is very much real. I mean, the Somalis in Minnesota, they stole hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. And in the hospice fraud that took place inside California, everyone was saying that was bogus. And then her husband actually tried to take credit for exposing the hospice fraud after I had went and exposed the hospice communities to commit fraud.
Yeah, and you know, we had Katie Zachariah on the show last night, and she was talking about the Stop Nick Shirley Act. She was also talking about Mia Bonta and how deceitful it is that she's literally turning this into something that it is not even close to being, and her husband is running, you know, the highest law enforcement officer in the state. Here's Katie.
It is very, very disturbing that you have the wife of the Attorney General introducing a bill that silences, that chills First Amendment free speech, investigating this fraud, and absolutely shows that they don't want to expose fraud. They want to keep hiding it.
But here's the thing. I mean, it's got to make you feel kind of good here, Nick, because they are running scared. They're villainizing you, and the governor has villainized. If they are going after you, you got to be close to the target, very close to the big target, and they know it.
Well, I obviously hit a nerve. And what's interesting about this bill is it's protecting NGOs and nonprofits. These are organizations and groups that receive our tax dollars, yet they want to make it so we can't find out what they're doing with our tax dollars. If nobody knew about these NGOs, nobody would know that they are trafficking children into the United States with these immigration support providers or services that they're providing inside the state of California underneath Biden. And so by doing this, they're literally saying, hey, don't look in here because we got lots of fraud.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what they're saying is no. Don't look here, don't look there. J.D. Vance was at the cabinet meeting this week, and he was talking about how important the work is of uncovering fraud. He said this.
One of the people that Todd just prosecuted was a person who was collecting a lot of money from the American taxpayer to take care of elderly citizens. That particular case was outside of Minneapolis. We expect that there are tens of thousands of people who are collecting fraudulent money to take care of people, and they're not actually taking care of them. We're, of course, going to get to the root of as much of it as we can.
I mean, you talked about hundreds of millions and billions. I mean, this is tip of the iceberg kind of, right, Nick, where you go out and you know and I know that this problem is worse than anybody ever imagined. Talk about that.
Well, the fraud has been going on for so long. These fraudsters thought they could get away with it for so long that so many people started committing this fraud. And so now you're seeing people like me go and expose them, and they got away with it for so long they didn't even try to hide it. I mean, look at the Leering Center right there, for instance.
Yeah.
They literally got away with it for so long that they thought that nothing was going to happen. And now that the fraud's starting to be exposed, they're just like literally freaking out because they know their time's up, or they know that they could be the one to be investigated next.
Yeah, I'm wondering, the act is called the Stop Nick Shirley Act. It's not the official name, but everybody calls it the Stop Nick Shirley Act. Are they going to stop Nick Shirley? I mean, is this going to be the end of it, or are they out of luck?
No, I think they're out of luck. If not, it just motivates me even more to go and expose it, because that just means that there's even more. That's what they don't get. Is by trying to silence somebody, they're just going to make them want to go out and do something even more. And so I don't think it's going to stop me. $4,000 fine. That's what they're trying to propose if you do it, because they're literally trying to make it so you can't post videos on social media. I think a lot of people would support me in helping pay for those.
$4,000 fine, $1 billion gain. Yeah, I think I know where people are going to come down on this. Nick Shirley, great to have you on the show. Best of luck. Great work as always.